Hello, everyone. We're going to go over our audience analysis proposals on our chosen topic. My topic that I chose is ocean plastic, ocean pollution. So, right out of the gate, I'd like to start by trying to grab my audience's attention by using some images like this, like these images here that show how bad this problem can be and is in certain parts of the world and could be over the entire planet if we don't pay attention to what we're doing. A lot of people that are interested in this subject have probably seen similar images, maybe even seen these exact images. For most people, these are very shocking, and I think they grab your attention that you can use stuff like this to pretty much get anybody's attention. Um, Things like this seahorse. This is a very powerful, shocking image to me and a lot of people that would be interested in this topic. Seahorses do not have the ability to swim on their own. They can change direction, but mostly they just float in the current and they hold on to things that are floating in the current with them. This tiny, tiny seahorse is obviously attached to a Q-tip that is trash, that is pollution that was put there by human beings. So this is my topic. I think it will be good to, grab some attention. I'm just going to briefly go over the topic and the problem and the cause and effect of this issue, how it affects us, how it affects the planet. Um, then we're going to talk about our target audience, who they are, what they want, who's going to be reading this stuff, who would pay attention to this stuff, and what looking for value in some sort of proposal or presentation like this. Um, things like how to get their attention. Using these images is one way to get a lot of people's attention. So I think that's a start with that. How do we motivate the audience, and how do we present the information to them to keep their attention, and perhaps teach them something or give them what they're looking for, give them what they need, information that they don't already have. And then we'll just do a brief conclusion. So the problem is the plastic waste in our planet's oceans. Our oceans cover 140 million square miles of our planet, which is about 71% of our planet's surface. That is a lot of it. Just some fun facts: the average depth of the ocean is 12,200 feet. 97% of the water that is on our planet is in our oceans. Salt water, 97%. 3% of that water is not in the oceans, and it's like what we drink and everything else. So it's a very big portion of our planet, and we need to take care of it. So the main problem is humans dumping plastic into the ocean, or trash, or waste. A lot of it's single-use stuff. About 12 million tons of plastic alone gets dumped into the ocean every year. Now, the effect of that is that, 1 million seabirds die every year because of it. 100,000 sea mammals, which I would guess that stat is pretty low. It's probably higher than that, are killed by plastic every year. So 86% of all marine turtles are affected by plastic. There have been talks that plastic could actually kill all marine turtles. We'd have no sea turtles, no green sea turtles, no hawksbill turtles, no big tortoises. Saltwater turtles would just be gone because of plastic. Another thing that we can use to grab some attention is about 3 billion human beings rely on seafood as their primary source of protein. So that's pretty important. So our audience. Who is our audience? To me, it's people who care about the environment, people who are passionate about the ocean. This isn't really age specific. Anybody from kids to elderly folks would be interested or passionate about this. What are we going to give them? What are they looking for? maybe some statistics on plastic waste in the ocean, um, how much, where does it come from, where is it going, where's most of it at, things like that. Um, I don't know, when we ask about where will the audience be getting this information, anywhere. We're all mobile now. Everything is pretty much online at our fingertips all the time. So, at home, at work, maybe during their lunch breaks, maybe listen to a podcast or something on the way to work. When would people like this be interested in this? I'd say that almost any time of day, anytime you have a few minutes to read or listen to a speech or read an article, maybe watch some news on TV. The people that would be interested in this, why they would be is because they're passionate about it. It's something that they care about. It's something that they've been involved in. It's something they've experienced and seen why and how all this goes down. How would they read it? Most likely, a lot of social media, a lot of news, probably websites that were centered around things like this, environmental issues, and they would be reading it, I would guess, on your electronic devices. A lot of environmental people don't like to use a lot of paper and waste a lot of other natural resources that there's really not a point when we can read it on our computer or our tablet or our phones. As I mentioned earlier, podcasts are a great source of information. Maybe this would be a good topic for that, some way to propose some information to the audience. So ways to go about this using pathos. It's kind of grabbing at your emotions, things like that. So a lot of statistics about how many animals are killed every year due to the waste that human beings are putting in the ocean. I think that would kind of grab at people's emotions. It's kind of like a movie. When humans die, it's okay, but when the dog dies, everybody's all freaked out. It's got their attention. Then talk about how it doesn't only affect animals, how it affects humans, and how it could affect us in the future. That's an emotion. It's a survival emotion. It's thoughts about how you're going to take care of yourself in the future, and this could affect it. So maybe that gets people stirred up. Using logos, talk about how the use of the single-use plastics and such have caused economic problems. They interrupt our food supply. Then we could, we're using real-world examples, and then talk about how we can turn it around by recycling. Maybe related to recycling has helped not destroying so many forests, things like that. Then I would go into using ethos by kind of establishing some credibility. I'll talk about my personal experiences with the issue, the research that I've done for this and some other projects that I've worked on. Then talk about some realistic changes that I've made in my life and my family's life to help with this issue. Just some small things, but if you can get a lot of people to do a lot of small things, it can make a big difference. So that's how I would use these different things and to do with this topic. So we've recognized the problem. We targeted the audience, the who, what, when, where, why, and how. We talked about using pathos, logos, ethos, how we would deliver the information to the said audience. Then definitely talk about the things that you can do. And people that are passionate about this would kind of want to know how they can help. So reusable bags, reusable water bottles, usable metal straws, bamboo straws, things like that. Stop using single-use plastic, and recycle the stuff that you do use, and you can make a difference. So we can all make a difference, even in Kansas. But I'm looking forward to the rest of this project, and doing a real proposal on it, and I think the audience that is involved in this would be it would be good information for them. Thank you.